Okay, so it's 8:32. I'm going to go ahead and start. And, once again, just a big welcome to all of you for this kind of final practice of 2022. And this morning, what I'd like to do is tie in a question related to solstice. And it always feels to me like it's such a kind of auspicious day. And, that historically, it really is kind of the first day of winter, getting ready to kind of move into a slower, quieter pace, at least ideally, if we follow the rhythm of the seasons and what the animals do. They really kind of gather nourishment and just move into a slower pace. And so today, we know that the Earth is actually starting to tilt back the other way, and we're going to start to lengthen the days. But really, the past 6 weeks and the next 6 weeks are really like some of the darker times of the year, and there's something about it that I always love. But the question this morning, actually, let me go ahead and post it. But it's really related to reflection, because this is a time of reflection. So thinking about the past year, is there anything that you want to let go of? That could be an attitude, it could be anything that you want to release and let go of. And what is also one thing that you would like to bring toward, that you would like more of to support you in the new year? And while folks are thinking about that, I've already had a chance to give it a little bit of thought. And the first thing, which is actually, I was sort of, as I was thinking about it, I was kind of laughing a little bit to myself, but there are a few things that I would like to let go. But one is that some of you know that I have recently, well, it's actually been about 8 or 9 months now, started learning how to play the guitar. And I just feel like I'm really making very slow progress. And there is an attitude around that I just need to let go of the fact that it's taking me a long time to learn, and just keep plugging away at it. So I just want to let go of the idea that I keep telling myself I really stink at this, but I am going to keep at it and kind of let go of that. And then I think moving forward, the one thing I always think about just kind of bringing more toward me is just more kind of stability. It's been a tough go with both my parents over the past year, and my life has been somewhat consumed with that, and so it can be somewhat unstabilizing. So I want to continue my practice. I want to, just continue turning toward that which is also difficult to turn toward. So let's see what some of you, release the negative self-talk, Christy, yes, self-compassion, less anxiety, more fun, keep my quest to speak Italian, that's so great. Fear of being unprepared for retirement, and rekindling artistic endeavors. Great. And by the way, you don't have to answer both. You could just say, I want to bring in more of this, or I want to let go. It doesn't actually have to be both. So less worry and a better attitude, releasing negativity. And with all of what everybody is saying here, the beauty of these practices, and I is that whatever we incline our minds toward on a regular basis, that's what we train. And so what mindfulness helps us see is it helps us see more clearly where our mind is inclining. So when we see it, we can actually turn toward it, notice it, release it, and start to cultivate more kind of pro-social qualities, more qualities of ease of heart and mind. I mean, that's really, really what this practice is all about. Increase creative outlets. Yeah. Release perfectionism, move toward openness. Beautiful. Yes. So with that, thank you all so much for sharing. And let's go ahead and move into about a 12-minute practice. So I also want to welcome anyone who's new here to this Mind the Moment community, which meets every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning from 8:30 to 9. So forgot to mention that, but welcome to all of you that may be joining for the first time. I'm delighted you're here and looking forward to practicing. So you want to assume a posture that feels like it's going to best serve you this morning. So I would say if you're tired, you might want to stand. That standing is, a perfectly fine posture. It's actually one of the classic postures for practice. Lying down is as well. It's just that it's suggestive of sleep. So I would say, you might want to be careful with that. Sitting, lying down, standing, any of those are fine. And go ahead and adjust your body in a way that allows you to feel engaged and upright, but at the same time relaxed around the spine, which is holding you up. So it's kind of like the Goldilocks principle. How you hold your body is not too loose and not too tight. So find that posture that feels like it's going to serve you best this morning. Your eyes can be open or closed. And if you decide to keep your eyes open, gaze downward just a little bit to help remove any peripheral distraction. And let's all begin with 2 deep breaths. And I will say, take those breaths on your own and make the exhalation a bit longer than the inhalation. And that just helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us relax, kind of settle any surface tension. So go ahead, 2 deep breaths. Just on that exhalation, see if you can surrender your weight into the support of the earth below. Feeling supported by the earth. Letting go of all that has happened so far today and releasing anticipation of what's next. So bringing the mind and the body together in this moment. Noticing any sensations occurring in the body from the activity of your day so far. So you might be aware of tingling or a pulsing or temperature. Perhaps you're aware of the points of contact with the back of the body and the surface that you're on, or the soles of the feet, the points of contact. It's always helpful to notice that. Along with anything else the body is offering. So let's move from whole body awareness now to sound. So taking a moment to be aware of sound that's in the room or outside of the room that you're in. And just hearing, without labeling, no need to label what's making it, but just engaging the sense of hearing. And releasing that, allowing sound to remain as it will. Nothing to argue with there, sound just doing its thing. And beginning to bring awareness back into the whole body. And I'm going to just move us through various regions of the body and just have you notice sensation or lack of sensation. And notice the capacity to soften these areas or not. So let's start at the very top of the head, kind of isolating this region of the body in your field of awareness. Noticing what's there or what's not. Coming down over the sides of the head, including the ears and the back of the head. And bringing awareness down now to the face. So first, let's begin with the entire face, just aware of your face. See if you can soften the muscles of the face. Just releasing any holding in the area of the jaw or around the eyes, just to the degree that you can. And so softening the face and noticing any sensations or lack of sensations. And bringing awareness now down to the neck and shoulders. Isolating this region of the body in your field of awareness and simply noticing what's there, sensation or lack of sensation. And moving awareness now down over the upper arms, elbows, forearms, and hands. So holding both arms and hands in your field of awareness and just simply aware of what's there, sensation, lack of sensation. And moving now to the torso. So the front of the body, the back of the body, internally. Just taking a moment to feel what's happening. Perhaps you're aware of a point of contact or the beat of the heart or something else. Just receiving. So the attitude in the mind is one of receptivity, interest, and curiosity. Moving down over the hips and thighs. And again, aware of what's there. And moving to the knees. So the top of the knees, the backs, the sides of both the left and the right knees. Moving awareness now to the lower legs, both the left and the right, so the calves and the shins. Again, isolating this region of the body, just noticing what's there or not there. And then lastly, let's go ahead and move awareness to the feet. So the top of the feet, the heels, the soles of the feet, and the toes. Holding both feet in your field of awareness, aware of sensation or lack of sensation, aware of softening and releasing. And release that. And now, just for a moment, let's come back to whole body awareness. See if there is one area of the body that is calling for your attention. And remember, nothing that we need to try to change, really nothing we need to try to do, but just bringing a kind of soft, kind awareness to whatever is happening, receiving it, and kind of making room, especially if it is, if it's unpleasant. If it's pleasant, of course, it's a little easier. But if it's unpleasant, see if we can give it some room. And let's begin to move to now a more narrow focus, more of a concentration practice. And for the remainder of our time together, I'll ask you to find an anchor that you can return your attention to over and over again, knowing that the mind will wander. We're not trying to stop it. We're simply noticing that when a thought has slipped in and we've been uh, traveling down a narrative in the mind, as soon as we see it, thinking, not a problem, soften the body and return to what can help stabilize or anchor the mind. And that could be tracking the in breath and the out breath wherever in the body you notice it the most. There are no hard and fast rules here. Could be rise and fall of the abdomen, chest, could be at the nostrils, or just the movement of the body as you breathe in and breathe out. It's also fine not to use breath, but to use a different body sensation. You can also use sound. So I'm going to be silent for the next couple minutes. And all of us will just keep returning our attention to whatever we're going to use to anchor and stabilize the wandering mind this morning. Noticing where the mind is. Soft mental note thinking. Soften your body and escort the attention back to whatever anchor is working for you this morning. And as we bring this meditation to a close, may we be peaceful and at ease. May our heart be soft and open. May we be safe and protected, and our bodies healthy and strong. And may the merit of our practice today be for the benefit of all beings everywhere. And I'll count backward from 3, 2, and 1. And if your eyes were closed, or even if they were open but gaze down, take a moment to just, just reorient to the space you're in. Take a little bit of a stretch. And so we have Sean. So we have a couple minutes to just chat with each other, 6 minutes actually. So would love to, use this opportunity for folks to share anything they've come across recently as a resource that they think is great. That could be, a book or an app or a website, or even a show that it has been bringing you joy. And it's also an opportunity to just ask questions, or to talk about how this practice this morning felt for you, and anything, of course, anything related to practice. And it feels somewhat auspicious as the last practice of the year. And I have so appreciated this community that we started when COVID started, and we just moved everything online. And, we consistently get about the same number of people, and it ticks slightly up at times. So just a lot of gratitude to all of you, because it's very hard to be a solo practitioner. To know that there is a community is super, super helpful. But anything that anybody wants to share. Oh, great, with the pending storm. Yeah, I know, kind of interesting, this weather event for tomorrow. It's a little scary. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Karen. Let's see. Mindfulness in blue. Mindfulness in blue jeans. Great. Okay. Thanks, Christy. Online opportunity has, yes, Susan, we are going to continue. And 2+ years later, I still find comfort chalking in my driveway. Love that. That's so great. I'm going to keep it open for 3 more minutes. I'm going to be here. So, anybody else, I think it is, it's just a good opportunity to share resources. You're welcome, Anne and Brenda. Feel grounded, getting ready for the hustle and bustle. Yeah, yes. I know. It's interesting how things change. My sister and her husband, who I was planning to be with, both have COVID. So it's like, okay, we got to figure out a plan B, and I think, again, like a lot of gratitude to this practice, because it helps us to be with the unknown, to be with uncertainty, to flex as things unexpectedly change. Thank you. Thanks, Jennifer. Insight timer, unbound visual. Yep, it's great. Yeah. I know. Boy, it's been quite a few 2.5 years, almost 3, right? Is it? Yeah. We've been in such a tough time as a global community for a whole lot of reasons. So it really makes this, the cohesion of this group, the consistency of this group, knowing that we are all we are all doing this practice of opening the heart and mind and creating some stability as a community. There's nothing like it. Yes, and same to you. You're welcome, Lorraine. And Robin, thank you. Time for yoga. Okay, we just turned to the 9 a.m. and so happy turning toward the light and also turning toward whatever is difficult with this creating space for what's difficult. And that's what the practice helps us do, which enables us to move through it. Oh, Teresa, yeah, so good. I'm glad you put that. So we're taking next week off. I can't remember if we did this last year or not, but so next week we won't meet, but we'll see everybody in the new year. But not a bad idea to, take Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and do the practice solo. But know that especially with Insight Timer, you can see people all over the world that are practicing at the same time that you are, which is one of the really cool benefits of that app. All right, everyone. See you in the new year. Bye. Yes. Jamie, thank you. Okay.